So I'm sure most of y'all remember Lacari, but to give a quick rundown on what happened, basically a couple months ago in January, he would get exposed for having some extremely sus links show up on his stream, and instead of ending the stream right then and there, he would continue to go on and dig his grave further and further as it was clear he was panicking. Well, people on the internet would say that those links that were shown on screen had some of the nastiest, most illegal shit ever, and in the court of public opinion, he was looking very cooked. However, just last night, in the middle of the NBA Finals, mind you, he would come back on his channel for a quick 6-minute stream telling everybody what's been going on since he's been gone, so let's get right into it. So he first opens up basically telling people that he's sorry he continued to stream instead of just ending it right then and there after seeing how badly he messed up, and then goes on to say that all the links and stuff were part of a hentai game that he downloaded and were included in the download, basically trying to tell people that he wasn't actively going out of his way and searching for all that illegal and nasty shit.
I was torrenting a 2D hentai game and the text documents came in a zip file alongside the game. Inside the link was malware, scams used to steal credit card information, and pornographic videos ripped from Pornhub. I want to make this clear. I don't condone or consume exploitative or illegal material of any sort.
Right after that, he would then say he's been in therapy for porn addiction, which, given how everything has kind of gone down, actually makes a lot of sense.
I was severely addicted to hentai games, and I would download and collect them every night after stream. Like 20 at a time. And this time away has really given me the chance to get my shit together. I completed a 30-day outpatient program, and I've been seeing a therapist consistently for the past 6 months. I genuinely want to be better and do better. I'm working really hard to build healthier routines.
In the midst of that, he also shows off a forensic report that he did after he'd sent in his PC to get searched, but we'll get into that shortly after. As right at the end of the stream, he starts to cry and thanks his fans for sticking around and supporting him despite everything that happened a couple months ago.
A lot of you guys have been here for like 5-10 years. You've been watching and supporting my stream for a very long time. And it makes me really happy you guys are still here. It makes me happy to see you guys here. And sorry, I didn't expect to get emotional.
So that's the main gist of the stream. Again, it was only 6 minutes long, but the most important information would be the forensics report, and thankfully he made it public for people to see so we could go through it piece by piece. The report starts off simple enough, with the beginning stating that on April 10th, 2026, lacari would give in his PC for examination to see if there was any illegal or prohibited content on it following that live stream. And as you can see up there, the report was finished and sent in on May 13th, over a month later, and in their findings, they would say that they did a full forensic analysis on the computer, and they found no illegal, disturbing, or CSAM material on it at all. You can see the checkpoints right there on what they went through piece by piece, including going through over 250,000 images manually reviewed, meaning that the people who were on this went through each and every single image, scrolling or doing the arrow keys or whatever, which is, I mean, this is like legitimate stuff. This is a real firm that he hired, by the way. This is legitimate work, but man, that is astounding to even think about. Now, there is one section that people have seen that is a bit weird, and it takes place on February 26th, a month after the incident happened. Basically, the forensics analysis guys would see that the entire system volume information folder and other related files were reset. However, they say that there was no indicators this was deliberately done by lacari as a means of hiding something. And in fact, also that very same day, they would see that he downloaded CC Cleaner to clean up his PC, but they do say that there was no evidence found that he did it to hide stuff. It might have just been part of CC Cleaner or a complete coincidence that these two things aligned. In fact, in a secondary report answering a couple people's questions on what exactly was going on here, they say that he didn't wipe anything on the computer himself, and that the examiner even specifically looked for signs of intentional data destruction and found none of it. On top of being able to confirm that he wasn't found to be deliberately destroying any evidence, they would also say that they were able to go back as far as July 20th, 2022 for any data on the computer. So even if somehow these professionals weren't able to find anything related to the January incident, they were able to go back almost 4 years before that to find anything else that might have been illegal and found nothing. As a matter of fact, I'll link the actual report in the description below so y'all can check it for yourselves. Lacari was giving this out in his stream, by the way, so there's nothing here that's like bad, or I'm not trying to like do anything bad to him. So by this point in time, Lacari sent in his PC to professionals to see what was up, and they found no illegal material, which thankfully, that is a very good thing that no illegal material was found. Because if some of y'all remember those links, I don't even think I could show them on screen. I'm gonna try to do it, and if you can see them on screen, well then YouTube didn't like suss me out or whatever. But some of the stuff being said in those links and those files it just sounded really, really bad. It's always possible that the links or the names of the files found on the computer were exaggerated or whatever, trying to get people to click on them so they could steal the information, because I do remember seeing that some people looked into this themselves back then, and that a lot of the links were either phishing sites or just straight up scams. And again, given the forensic people looked into this and found no illegal content on the computer, it's possible that those ones with the really bad titles were those phishing links and scams that people were mentioning back then. Now, I do think this is still really fucking creepy, however, morally, because while Lacari is good on the legal side of things, some of those links included what they said was lolicon and bestiality. Now, Lacari lives in the state of Texas, and both of those are illegal in Texas, but again, if that was on his computer, the firm would have found it, but they didn't. So perhaps in the case of maybe those lolicon images, it wasn't actually considered lolicon like legally, and the bestiality site might have just been one of those phishing links. Again, I don't know the exact details. I'm not gonna look into this myself because I'm not a forensic scientist, and they already did their job here. Now, after seeing this and coming back on stream showing that he didn't have any illegal stuff in possession, he's kind of in a weird middle ground now, because he's known as a weird anime gooner kind of guy in the streaming scene. And again, while the stuff from months ago was nasty, legally he's fine, but morally it's kind of like, so it's just kind of like a tiptoeing line. As far as his streamer connections and friends, I don't think a lot of them will ever fuck with him again. Just because this is one of those things where it's like, okay, you know, he's good legally, he didn't have any illegal material, but that's still creepy as shit, dude. It's kind of like that mindset. Now, I will say, he says he's in therapy for porn addiction, so maybe in the next few years he can redeem himself on that part and maybe become friends with those streamer guys again. I don't know. It's up to them to make that choice. But right now, he's still kind of fucking creepy, but at least he didn't have any illegal shit on his computer. I don't know if he's gonna come back to streaming full time, he didn't say or not, but if I were to guess, he'll probably come back to streaming regularly in the next couple weeks or so, trying to see how the internet reacts to this news coming out. Also, since this is the end of the video and I don't do this enough, down in the description below there's a link to my tip line where you could give me video ideas on whatever. It could be for this daily channel, hell, even for the main channel. If y'all see something that's a real good topic I just never covered, feel free to send an email to me because I'm always looking for shit to talk about now. But yeah, this story's still kind of in a little middle ground. We'll see if some people find some more crazy shit or not. But right now, Lacari is legally fine, but it's still pretty iffy in the court of public opinion if you ask me.